I get asked a lot what's the easiest way to go live or record a DJ set, and most DJs completely overcomplicate this, including me up until recently. I used to juggle adapters and cables just to get decent audio, but it was always a pain. So I'm going to show you the easiest and budget-friendly way to get clean audio from your decks into your phone, camera, or even OBS so you can record and go live without all the hassle. Most DJs are doing one of two messy setups right now. Let me know in the comments if you use one of these two ways. If you saw my video about going live from anywhere as a DJ, this will look familiar. If not, you'll still recognize this mess. Option A was the master out from your controller into this TRSS adapter, then into your phone or camera with this 1/8 inch to USB adapter. And then we have this cute little cable tower. And here's what always happened. You get it all plugged in, you hit record, and then you listen back and something's off. It's clipping or it's quiet, so you redo it because there's no way to monitor this. It's basically guess and check after you record. Or option B, you record clean audio into your DJ software, film separately, and then you tell yourself, I'll just sync it later. And then a quick post turns into an editing session, lining up waveforms, nudging audio, and checking drift. Either way, you're paying for it. Messy cables, unpredictable levels, or extra steps in editing. So instead of dealing with messy cables or syncing and editing, I switched to option C. This is the Synido A20, and it's a mobile audio interface that fits in your hand. It just makes getting your DJ audio into your phone, camera, or even OBS way easier than my previous recommendation. So how does it work? You just take the master out from your controller, whether you have a DDJ Flex 4 or CDJs, and you plug it directly into the A20, which plugs directly into the phone or camera with the USB-C. And that's it. Now your DJ audio is baked directly into your video when you're recording. Let me actually show you how easy this is. So you're going to plug your controller into the A20, and then the A20 will go into your phone, and that's it. And if you live stream, this is huge. If OBS has ever said nope to your controller, especially if you have the Flex 4, this fixes it. OBS sees the A20 as a USB audio source immediately. Now this thing is super flexible. You can use this with any DJ controller or mixer that has a master out. So whether you're taking your decks out to do a remote set, or if you want a quick, easy, and pretty inexpensive way to stream from home, you can plug this in, hit record, or go live, and you're good. But the real upgrade is the control. Because this is an actual audio interface, you can set your levels properly by monitoring your audio before you start recording or streaming. It has a headphone monitoring jack, so you're not guessing, and you're not doing 10 takes to get the audio dialed in. With the A20, you also get visual gain indicators right on the device, so you can adjust your signal. That means fewer retakes, less messing with cables, and way more confidence when you hit record or go live. So here, I have my prime going RCA out to the A20 and the A20 into my phone. When I hit play, you can see that my levels are clipping. So I can adjust the gain right here on the A20 to make sure everything sounds good. Now, this app I'm using is the Blackmagic app because the native video app doesn't show the levels. If that's what you're using, plug in the headphones into the A20 to monitor how loud it is, and you can adjust it that way. And here's how the video sounds when I record my set. And then there's the price. This is way cheaper than most portable interfaces that people use. Something like an iRig setup can easily cost double, especially once you start adding the cables and extras that you're going to need. This gives you a cleaner, simpler setup for significantly less. And have you seen how expensive gas is lately? Now, full transparency, Synido sent this to me, but I was already about to buy it. Someone in the comments mentioned it, and it was sitting in my cart. And I'm only showing it because I actually tested it, and it's something that I'm going to use. So if you want something portable and simple, this is the easiest plug in and go setup that I've used, and it's my new go-to for my walking DJ rig. So if you're running a full studio with balanced XLR routing and a permanent interface, this isn't trying to replace that. This is for the DJs who want fast, portable, reliable audio into a phone, camera, or even OBS. I'm going to leave a link below, and if you want my other recommended gear list, I'll link that too. Now that your audio is clean, there's one more thing that can still kill your upload: YouTube copyright strikes. So go watch this video and I'll show you exactly how to upload DJ mixes to YouTube without getting strikes or blocks or mutes.